Well, now I'm practicing with eyes closed as much as I can. So that's definitely helping.
What was the question?
So sometimes I felt like when I do an asana and I feel like I'm doing it right, but then somehow like my brain is that's me.
So go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so it's just felt like I don't have like control of my body, like my body doing something else than I want it to do, something like that.
So, like the out of misplacement or out of this misalignment while you're practicing? Okay. Hello everyone. I have a few questions. Hello everyone on YouTube. It's a nice and sunny day in the moon, I think. And I have a few questions. One question I have is when you practice in asanas with eyes closed, and when eyes are open, there is a difference of alignment. It feels aligned when eyes are closed, but when you open the eyes, your body is out of place. Or when the eyes are open, you make it perfectly alignment, but when you close the eyes, that feels body is out of alignment. That only happens if there is a subtle body and physical body misalignment. That can also happen due to a stuck energy, certain part of the body when you're practicing the asana. That can also happen due to any injuries. But even you're making the alignment physically, but when you close the eyes, your subtle body acknowledges it is not aligned properly. There's energetic blockage that time. So more and more you practice with eyes closed, observing the body awareness, letting go, the holding onto the muscles, holding onto the tension during the asana that you are doing. It will improve, it will create the inner and outer alignment, synchronicity between your inner space and your outer space, or your subtle body and your physical body. There will be a communication between your subtle body and physical body. To minimizing the alignment, more and more we practice with eyes closed will lead to a greater alignment in physical when eyes are open. I have a couple of other questions here. There's one question somebody sent. Embracing yourself as you are will create a possibility for self-love. Basically, meditation on self-acceptance. Self-love is choosing healthier habits, making a connection with your senses, so that your senses are vibrating on a higher frequency, creating a taste for higher awareness, or creating the attention or the hunger for higher awareness. When your senses are vibrating at high frequency and you are surrounded yourself with people who are vibrating at higher level, you create a possibility for transformation that is self-love. Sometime that was my post on Instagram, and I have one of my students wrote asking, I think this is probably difficult for some of us. However, I can understand, at least mentally now, this is where the gold lies. William, I am pretty sure it will be difficult to let go of mental limitation. It will be difficult to allow yourself to embrace or allow your senses to connect where there is less toxicity for them, or environment is less toxic. I can assure you, William, nobody, once you get a taste for greater, once your senses have tasted the higher taste of consciousness or awareness or the freedom, I'm pretty sure nobody will like or nobody will choose to go to the lower consciousness or allow the senses to indulge in toxicity. Unless the taste one have experienced through the senses or the higher consciousness or the what you can feel where yourself is feeling abundance, where yourself is feeling nourished, where yourself is feeling nurtured, where yourself is feeling acknowledged by you, not by other people. Remember, where yourself is feeling accepted by you, not judged, not questioned constantly. Where yourself is feeling accepted. In those moments, you are in a state of self-love. You are in a state of love, not needing a validation, not needing an approval, not needing an second party's acknowledgement of how great you are, how kind you are, how loving you are, how compassionate you are. As long as this underlying hunger, underlying little dissatisfaction towards to your own self, and outside you may portray a picture that you are indulging, you are having great time, but great time is like wave that you feel you are on the top of the wave, you're riding the wave. Once the wave vanished, you are back low and feeling sorry for yourself, feeling disenchanted with the world or with your own self or your senses. You only liking the sudden hikes, sudden highs of your emotions that is infused by sudden rage or sudden rise of toxicity or other substance that are unstable, like a constant little eruption of volcano is taking place time to time, like a pressure cooker. So, William, my friend, I can assure you, if you understand mentally and your senses believe or your senses have enough faith in you or you have enough faith in your senses, you will make a choices in which you feel embraced by your own self, not embarrassed by your own self, time to time. If you understand mentally where the gold lies, would you not like to own that treasure of peace, that treasure of love, the treasure of the what you describe, the gold? Would you not like to be emotionally rich? Would you not like to be mentally rich? Would you not like yourself to be in this space where you feel abundance, where you feel invincible within your own capacity? I'm not saying there's something you're doing very strange that your senses are not capable. Say, I am invincible. Let's see if I can fly. I'm talking about within your sense capacity. Whenever you connect with your sense, you feel a sense of connection to it. Not just you are using the sense or you are abusing the sense. There's only two things majority of time people do. When you are not in a state of self-acceptance and self-love, either you are using it or you are abusing it. This third stage, you are embracing your sense, you are choosing to use the sense when and as and when it is required to serve you or serve anyone where it can be a peaceful and harmony can be created. There is no other greater use of your sense when it's used in serving, not abusing. Sometimes we have a very convoluted concept of self-love. Self-love sometimes equals to self-abuse. When you cannot distinguish, when you cannot discern the difference that you are doing on name of self-love, actually you are abusing your presence. I had somebody knowing that smoking is bad. He smoked weed as well as the cigarettes. Along with the liver having a problem, drunk regularly. I had a conversation, want to learn meditation. He said, I have tried several teachers, but they all failed. I said, I don't think the teachers failed, my friend. You failed. Teachers are still continuing their practice. You are very easy to blame teachers. In my view, teachers did not fail. You failed yourself. I say, I can only teach you meditation if you quit alcohol and smoking. He said, that is only my self-love. I have a little bit towards myself. I said, if you already have self-love, why do you need to learn to meditate? I asked, at least the day you meditate, don't smoke or drink. He said, that is not possible. Because I can't go without having a little bit of self-love toward myself from smoking and drinking. Then I said, continue, you will have finally one day self-love with the doctor's medication and buried into the ground. Then you will be embracing yourself. Few weeks passed, he arrived with the doctor's warning sign. He said, either you quit or you quit the life. I asked the person many times, that time he gave the idea of self-love. But now, if they will know, nobody will be there to have a concept of self-love, he wants to quit. He quit, get better. Now he teaches beautiful meditation practices. And he talks about embracing, acceptance, many other parts of it. So your transformation is possible once you make the healthier choice. Avoid toxicity if you can. A little bit of pleasure, or you can choose abundance of pleasure. Choice is yours. Somebody asked one more question on the same topic. How does one actually practice self-love? I think it's a Shava or Saba. How does one can practice self-love in day-to-day life? I can understand your question. Maybe my answer was not that point listed. Feeding yourself or all of your senses, first stage, physically making sure that you remain healthy. Physically making sure you remain healthy. That is the first stage of self-love. What people may call it vanity. Vanity is not makeup. And combing your hair 5 times a day, putting those things comes later. You can have unhealthy body and plenty of makeup polish to it. It's still not going to healthy. For example, you have boots, they have soles are gone, falling into pieces, and you keep polishing day in, day out. When you go for a walk, water is still going to come inside, you are going to feel the cold. So make sure your body is healthy. More effort on healthy body. Then you can have other parts looking great, looking beautifying yourself, not a problem. But first effort is making sure your body is healthy, your senses are healthy. When the matter comes to the senses, what you feed your senses is also healthy, or make a healthier choice. Your association should be non-violence. Observing every action you are doing, practicing living kindness, living compassion whenever you can. When you have enough faith in your capacity, when being kind, compassionate, it's not always with money. People think I can't be kind to people because I cannot give. Whenever you can find any possibility where your state of mind can acknowledge the feeling of kindness, not feeling sorry for somebody or feeling pity on somebody. You observing the emotion, the feeling of kindness, humble within yourself. That is a self-love. Because you keeping your vibration not in a defense mode, not in offense mode. You are not offending anybody, you are not defending against anyone. Means your parameters of your bioenergy are open. They are broadening every breath you intake while you are in the body. Power of non-violence. Second, the food you eat, also think. Whatever you eat, that's what your belly becomes. On the name of self-love, don't indulge. Any form of indulgence is not self-love. Despite you may enjoy it very much, momentary, but later on, it will bring the consequences, it will bring the difficulties that you may regret. You may find it, wish I had not done that. The moment you say that means that very moment you are no longer in a state of self-love. Always being kind towards you intellectually, emotionally, every time you communicate and talk about yourself. Never mind other people. They are always judging you, always questioning you, always labeling you. At least you yourself observe, pay attention to the every emotion, pay attention to the every thought, pay attention to the what is going through your head. At least do not lie to your own self. Don't talk bad about your own self, at least to you. Every time you give a negative message towards you, that creates a ripple effect to other people. In that moment, you are in a state of motion, or your energy were captured by the idea or comparison, lack of insecurity, or not feeling good enough about yourself. As you are, as a wholesome being, in whatever level you are spiritually, materially, you are constantly transforming. I'm not saying you accept it, you are perfectly fine. I'm saying accepting as you are in your constant progressive approach in order to transform and enhancing your sense awareness, elevating your consciousness, in every sense that you can come, or every energetic perspective your senses comes in contact with, always, even negative energy coming towards you, remain neutral towards it. You can choose to respond or not respond, but don't react. That can be the also a starting point for self-love. There's many other things you can do for self-love. Self-love is not self-pity. Self-love is not feeling sorry for yourself. Self-love is not indulgence where your senses are drowning you. Every action you are doing, you are totally attentive, aware that whatever you are doing, you are aware, is not creating, but that does not mean you become totally self-centered, self-obsessed, self-serving. There's a difference. Moment that you are doing, your mind have taken over. You're no longer accepting it. Self-aware, conscious are separate things when you become only self-centered. You bring yourself to the center within you, but not self-centered. Everything does not revolve around you. You revolve around yourself, but not everybody else. There is nobody else, just only you in that state, in a spiritual element. But when you are co-creation, or when you are in this space, there are many other people, your energy is constantly connecting, making exchange. In that moment, being aware that what form of energy that comes from your senses and other people's energy coming towards you, at that time you have a choice. You have a ability to discern, to react or respond or not respond. That can be also a conscious awareness toward your senses that can lead to a self-love. Constantly engaging and aligning your senses where you can expand the understanding, the knowledge, or experience of your own self through the senses, aligning your senses where your senses feel grown, you constantly grow, not limited. That is a self-love. Many different ways you can do it, Saba. Your question is how one actually practice. You're thinking about it, that is already a practice. Basic practice, you can start doing asana. When you're doing asana, if you are practicing asanas as a physical exercise even, that time nobody else other than you are exist in comparison to yourself. Not to compare yourself with anyone. What you're practicing, that is great. Prayer you're doing. For example, meditation you're practicing. Don't try to chase the ideas or create the fantasy of the mind. Accept what is there as you are in your body. Looking, observing, and accepting. Not looking, observing, judging, criticizing, or looking for what is wrong with me. Simple thing. Meditating, observing yourself, and accepting yourself. Practical approach to self-love. Going for a walk in the nature. Very meditative. Slow walking, not resting the head up in the cloud. You are walking careless. When you are not aware of the physical body, what your physical body is doing. Attaining any form of self-love is little bit further away. So, physically become aware, mindful, conscious. Emotionally become healthier, conscious. Mentally become healthier, conscious. I have one more question just came through. Yogi, thank you for who's asking question. Can't see it. But can I ask you about something I read in one of spiritual books? It says that women are less intelligent. I think this is also mentioned in scriptures. I don't really know which scripture and who idiotic person wrote that. My mother is a woman and she is beautiful and she is very intelligent. She may not be educated to the university or college, but I will never call my mother an stupid. I will never call my mother less intelligent on any level. In Sanatana Dharma, where I understand from my point of view, our defender energy, Ma Kali, protector, she is a female. We worship. you will not worship somebody who's less intelligent. I can guarantee that much. Somebody can never be your ideal, the who is less intelligent. Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi, Mahalakshmi, or we call it Mahavidyas, they are all women. Energy of Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, she is female. How can women be classified less intelligent? I don't understand. I don't think a woman is less intelligent. Personally, I don't believe such a statement, but people have different state of mind. In the world, there are women fighting for their right even to vote. In some countries, it still is the case. They don't have equal. First of all, you are not man and woman, in my opinion. You are a human being. The gender diversity is based on your productivity, based on your sexuality. Is not any one's right to create differentiation that somebody is more intelligent and less intelligent. In society, to create a control factor, there are many scriptures, they may say it. Even within the society, even in the modern day, lots of people believe the women should not vote. And women should not do this and that. They should have less pay or more pay. But personally, in my opinion, women is not less intelligent at all. Everybody have, I don't think men have extra sense. They have the same eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hands, legs, capacity of reproductivity. And they are more smart and intelligent because so when you have your period, you completely rejuvenate. You are a women have possibility of growth and transformation, sustainability. Whereas in my viewpoint, man can reproduce on his own. So I will not call it less intelligent women. Women are more intelligent and creative and growth potential than actually the man whoever wrote that book, in my opinion. So if we're talking from a Bible, say the first book, women are created in the very image of God, have same essential values as men have. People often read one aspect and take it and modify it, adapt it to their benefit. That does not mean woman is less intelligent. Bible doesn't say. I know some of the religions you're talking about. I don't take religions too seriously. I will rather encourage people to be religious and connect yourself to Sanatana Dharma, where there is no discrimination back to any gender, any hierarchy system, but society is society. So, personal opinion of mine that I value more than any scripture. I can assure you, the women are not less intelligent. They are smart, intelligent, equal, and sometimes they are greater than man itself. But at least if not equal. in my opinion. So that will be enough for today, and we'll see you each other next week.